As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stocksnipertrading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Welcome to Stocksnipertrading. In today's tutorial, we will be going over the symmetrical triangle. It is a continuation pattern, but this pattern can be either bullish or bearish. Triangle chart patterns are also considered to be continuation patterns in technical analysis, where there is a pause in action and consolidation before the next breakout or breakdown. They are called triangles because the upper and lower trend line will eventually meet and form a tip, and both trend lines will form a triangle shape. The bottom or support trend line will eventually close the channel until the resistance price breaks on heavy volume, and the prior trend will continue. There are three types of triangle patterns: symmetric, ascending, and descending. In today's tutorial, we will introduce the symmetrical triangle. As you can see in the example, we have an area of consolidation in the triangle, and our upper trend line is descending, and our lower trend line is ascending. Eventually, these 2 points will reach at the apex of the triangle, and a symmetrical triangle can be either bullish or bearish. We have to, as it approaches the apex, we need to look at the volume and to see what if it's creating higher lows or lower highs. Symmetrical triangle is a continuation pattern which can be bullish or bearish. A rising, ascending, and falling, descending triangles, trend lines are its characteristics of the symmetrical triangle. Price action is converging towards the apex or the tip of the triangle. Volume is decreasing. The triangle is an area of consolidation where we see a pause in price action. And we can have at least 2 lower highs and 2 higher low touches. A symmetrical triangle is a continuation pattern of the prior trend and can be bullish or bearish in nature. They have a falling upper trend line and a rising lower trend line. This illustrates both the sellers lowering their offers and the buyers raising their bids. Eventually, one of the trend lines will break and start the new leg in the new uptrend or downtrend. In the example here, we can see price action coming into our triangle where it makes a high and also a low. And then we can see the next touch points now are making the descending trend line where we're making lower highs. And as it reaches back down to the support level, we're making higher lows, and we have the ascending trend line. Eventually, it will reach the point of the apex, and we can either have a breakout to the upside, which can be bullish, or we can have a bearish breakdown to the downside. This is an example of a symmetrical triangle, which is bullish or bearish continuation. In this example, we are on a TradingView charts and we are looking at gold, XAU, USD, and we are on the 5-minute time frame where each individual candlestick is 5 minutes to form. We can see that we are in a bearish downtrend as the price of gold is decreasing. B, we reach a level of resistance where we can see that we are now making lower highs, and it is a descending upper trend line. C, the price of gold comes down to the support level where we see it start making higher lows, and it is an ascending lower trend line. Eventually, these two trend lines will come together and meet at the apex, where price action will either break up to the upside or to the downside. And in this particular example, we can see it's making lower highs and higher lows. Eventually, D, when we get it to the apex, we start to see the bearish breakdown. We can see this because the candlestick closes below our triangle. And now we get E, the bearish continuation to the downside, as the price of gold continues to make lower lows and lower highs and continuing to go down with more bearish momentum and increased selling volume. So let's take a look at this example live. We can see price action is now selling off from previous highs, and we will eventually reach that top of that tip of that candlestick. That wick is now making lower high from the previous high. So now we're going to follow these candlesticks, and we can see price action continuing to the downside. Eventually it will find some support. We get another touch on our trend line there. So we can see clearly we are making now two touches, lower highs, where sellers are in control and pushing price down. Now we need to look at our support. There was the big sell-off right there, and you can see now we're bouncing off of there where we're getting some buying momentum coming into the market. We continue moving up. However, sellers are continuing to push price down, where we get a couple more touches on our bottom trend line. So you can see on the bottom, we're making higher lows. We have buyers also entering the market while sellers are also pushing it down. So we can expect at the apex, we could either have a bullish breakout or a bearish breakdown. You need to follow now the candlesticks as we approach the apex of the triangle and also look at the volume. We can see now we have bearish momentum to the downside. Here we have bearish candles taking out the bullish candles, and now we're looking for continuation. Here we finally get a bearish candle which breaks below our trend line, our support trend line that was ascending, and now the body closes below it. Now we're looking for either a retest or continued bearish momentum to the downside, and we should look for sellers to increase, making lower lows and lower highs. Quick recap: the symmetrical triangle. It is a continuation pattern, and it is important to note that the symmetrical triangle is different from the ascending and the descending triangle, because a symmetrical triangle can be bullish or bearish in nature. Its characteristics is it has a rising, ascending, and falling, descending trend lines. Price action is converging towards the apex of the triangle. Volume is decreasing. It's an area of consolidation or a pause or exhaustion in price action. And we can see at least 2 lower highs and 2 higher low touches. And now we just have to monitor the price action as it continues towards the apex of the triangle, and we'll look for either a bullish breakout or a bearish breakdown with added confirmation candles. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the symmetrical triangle, and on our next tutorial, we will introduce the bullish pennant continuation pattern.